Good afternoon and welcome to the Perkins Garage's YouTube channel for an MG ZS Excite walk around video. Before we get started, if you are enjoying our content, hit on the subscribe button and never miss a minute of our content ever again. So I actually have two MG ZS Excites here to talk about today. One Battersea Blue pre-registered vehicle and one Dynamic Red pre-registered vehicle. So both of these vehicles are here ready to go. So if you're interested in an Excite 1.5 manual, pick up the phone 01376 550 899. So let me tell you a little bit about the MG ZS Excite. This features the 1.5 litre naturally aspirated petrol Vti-Tech engine, and that produces 106 PS of power. That power is then transmitted through the front wheels through a 5-speed manual gearbox. The vehicle is covered under the 7-year or 80,000 mile MG manufacturer warranty. These Excites boast some very spectacular specification, so my job is going to be to walk you around and tell you everything you need to know. So without further ado, let me start at the near side front of the vehicle. Will display the remote central locking key to you. It has a standard key blade that flips out the key like so. Quick click on the unlock button is going to wake up the indicators. Oh yeah, I've got the right key, just making sure. I've got two ZS key pockets, so yeah, I've got the right key. So in this beam in the headlight here, this is called a daytime running lamp. So when the vehicle is running, this light will be on, and that gives you the ultimate visibility no matter the lighting condition. Just below that, we start to see our gloss black shrouding starting to appear, and that continues in the grille as well. So you've got a lovely gloss black honeycomb style grille with the beautiful MG badge in the middle. Moving our way around, we come to the 17-inch Typhoon alloy wheels. So these are machine cut style, which gives you the silver shiny face with the gloss black just behind. The tyres fitted to the ZS as standard are the Maxxis Bravo tyres, and obviously they are very high quality tyre to go with the vehicle. Another bit of specification is inside that valve there, that metal valve, that is a TPMS sensor, tyre pressure management system. So if you did have a deflation in your pressure, you'll be alerted to that on the dashboard. Equally, if you just fancy checking your tyres, you can check your tyre pressures live on the screen. So no more plugging in the valve. If I just spin the camera right quickly, we have the silver painted brake calipers, really aiding the aesthetic of the vehicle. Okay, continuing the little walk around. First thing to talk about in the windscreen is a light sensor. As the sun comes down and the moon comes up, your lights come on. Have a bit of that. There we are. So got some nice technology there, bit of automation. Further north we have silver painted roof rails, obviously on both models. So if you did intend to put a roof box on for additional storage, that is easily achievable. So this is the part of the video I start walking around the body, showing you just how beautiful these ZS's are. So moving around to the back, we can then see the beautifully constructed rear end. Around the back of this vehicle we have rear parking sensors, so a nice parking aid to help you in and out of the parking spaces. We'll turn you round just to show you the near side, but let me assure you it is symmetrical, so both sides are exactly the same. So that's the exterior taken a look of. So now we can open up the boot via the MG clasp there. Admittedly, I have just locked the vehicle, so let me unlock it once more to let me gain entrance. Okay, so this is inside the very large volume rear boot space on the MG ZS. We have a multi-floor system, so we can pull the boot liner up to the higher position, and that reduces the distance of travel. If you are loading the boot with heavy items, you don't have to lean back down once more. Additionally, it creates a massive amount of space underneath there, so maybe you want to hide away your shopping. Perfect place to keep it. The ZS is supplied with a tie sealant kit, that one there, and a compressor, that one there, as standard to keep you going in the right direction. Spare wheels are available for additional, so if you require a spare wheel, get in touch and we can get you in line with the MG accessories. Equally, we do have this lovely netting here, perfect for your shopping and things like that. I'm assured these boots are big enough for your golf sticks, so if you are a golfer, take your driver and what's the other club called, a wood, take your driver and wood out, and you get a golf bag in there quite comfortably, but your drive will just have to go diagonally as it's a bit longer. So that's the golfist question sorted. But then again, big enough for prams, buggies, suitcases, a baby gazelle, anything you like to fit in the boot. So we've got really nice boot space. Okay, inside here we have these beautiful carbon fibre synthetic leather style on the door cards, and it's all defined, but it's gorgeous red stitching as well. Leather also features on the armrests, if you like. 4 electric windows, so you get a control on every door card. Spinning it around now, and we can show you inside the rear. So ample of legroom for any size human. We have the houndstooth fabric upholstery, so it's a dark charcoaly grey around the outside with a cross-stitch pattern in the middle. For the younger people of this world, they require ISOFIX in seats, so we have one on the near side rear and one on the offside rear. And once those little people grow up and they've got iPads, iPhones, tablets and everything in between, they're going to need to charge their devices when you're taking them on the summer holidays. So down there is 2 USB-A charging ports. They deliver 2.1 amps of charging, so perfect for iPads and things like that. That's the door shut. Let's have a look inside the driver's area. So opening up the driver's door, again the first thing we can note is that beautiful synthetic carbon fibre style leather on the door card. 4 electric window controls with window locking is found there, and just next to the door handle we can find your interior locking as well. The Excite has manually adjustable seats, so give you a good look at the driver and passenger seat. Once again, got some lovely red stitching, airbags throughout the vehicle. We have a rear tilt, a height adjustment, and the forward and backwards is found on the front. Very comfortable seats. You can see just how padded and durable they are, with a nice support around the lower back section, keeping you firmly in place. So, with a key out of my pocket, we can pop that straight into the ignition barrel. I'm just going to jump inside the vehicle, so please bear with me for a second, as you might hear a bit of distortion on my microphone. Oh, lovely. So I think I just about beat the rain there, so jolly good. So, foot on the clutch, turn the key round, and that gains us power to the vehicle. So to begin the interior tour, we're going to be starting on the dashboard. So we have some very ever faithful classic analog dials. So the left hand side is your speedo, so you have miles per hour around the outside with kilometers an hour in the middle. We have a handbrake warning sign and a seatbelt warning sign, because I'm sat here with my seatbelt off and the engine running. Below we have the fuel gauge. Then we can skip to the right hand side, and then we are seeing a coolant temperature sensor at the bottom of that dial, and at the top is an RPM times 1000. This is the output power of the engine, and that counts the revolutions of the crankshaft times 1000. Yes, they do spin very quickly. So if I just zoom in, actually no, let's zoom out quickly. We have arrows on the right hand side of the steering wheel, and I'm going to be controlling the center menu via those. So let's just go back to zoom in. Okay, so to begin we have the car settings, so please note the highlighted menu at the top left hand side of the screen. So we have a digital speedo. Go down, we have a digital readout for the fuel gauge. We have a current journey trip computer. We have accumulated total trip computer. We have the instantaneous fuel economy just there. We have battery voltage, and we have live tyre pressures. So 2.5 bar in the front and 2.4 in the rear. Then we are returned to the original speedo menu. Going right, that takes us into car settings such as speed warning, and you've also got a next service indicator there as well. Go right, and that is where you'll find all of your warning information. So for example, if you did have a deflated tyre, that will be displayed here. At the bottom of the screen we have the time, and we equally have the odometer. And currently this vehicle has only done 6 miles, so delivery mileage, just moving in and out of the workshop and parking it up and things like that. Okay, so that's the driver display taken care of. So if I just then progress, move my seat back a little bit. I am very tall, got gangly legs, and you don't want to be seeing those. So to the right hand side, just to confirm, the arrows controlling the screen ahead of you. This button here is for voice command, so with a smartphone connected, or equally just using, so with a smartphone connected, click this one and this will activate your voice assistant on your mobile. For example, this vehicle has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So whichever software you have on your mobile, you can click this and take advantage of your voice assistant. For example, I am an Apple user, so I get the benefit of Siri. And Siri, I can ask to do pretty much whatever I like. So when you're on your longer journeys, click your voice command button and say, hey Siri, what's the weather like tomorrow? Or Siri, play music. Siri, set navigation, call home, send text messages, anything you like, but it saves you touching your phone whilst you're driving. Equally, this button here is a star button, and that can be programmed to your preference, such as your smartphone connectivity. Very nice indeed. The left hand side is where you'll find volume controls. So you've got a volume minus, a plus, a mute button in the middle. Previous, next song is found just there. Below it we have a phone connectivity button, so again with your CarPlay connected, if you did have an incoming phone call, you can pick up or decline a phone call via that button. The SRC button is an input source button, so that changes the source between, for example, your radio and your tunes on your phone. Progressing the video now into the central reservation of the vehicle. This is the controls for the 5-speed manual gearbox. Very positive sensation indeed. I'm a big fan of this gearbox. Ultra reliable and very lovely to drive. Down there we have a hill descent control button. Admittedly, Essex is the flattest county in the land. Whether you'll be needing hill descent control, I'm not sure, but if you did go on your holidays, maybe down south or up north, you might need that function. The middle button there is a traction control off, and the E button with the green light is to signify auto stop start is turned on. If you didn't want it turned on, click it and you can turn it off, but it saves you a bit of fuel, so keep it on. Everyone loves saving fuel. Down there is 2 more USB-A ports, but the one on the left hand side is predominantly for your CarPlay, so that is a media transfer port. Left hand side we have a 12-volt socket equally. So we have a lovely parade of pilot style switches here. Going from left to right we have a home button, we have a volume minus and plus rocker, on and off for the air conditioning, we have max demist front and rear, we have a fan speed plus or minus, turn that off, and we also have temperature minus or plus. So that leads me on nicely to your heating, ventilation and air conditioning screen, i.e. HVAC. So at the bottom we have your fan speeds, we have your temperature control there, different directions of flow of air there. At the top we have an on and off, we have an air conditioning and a button for recirculation. So where we have this lovely heating screen, you can adjust it all here, lovely. If you're driving around and for example just wanted to adjust the fan or the temperature, you can do so by these switches at the bottom right of your screen. Equally, to return from this the page now, click on the home button and it will return you back here, which is effectively the home screen of the vehicle. So going from left to right we have your media controls. So in the orange screen, very simple to use this, we have DAB, FM, AM, your music settings there, and audio, which is from your phone. Home button once more returns us back here. We can have a look in car. So car, we have comfort and convenience, so follow me home function, find my car. This is my favourite bit. In driving and maintenance we have 3 individual steering modes. Urban, so if you're in a town or a city environment, you can set to urban and the steering wheel is going to be very light, so you can throw the steering around, whipping you in and out of all those little back streets. In dynamic, for example, it works out your road speed, so the slower the speed, the lighter the steering, the faster the speed, the heavier the steering, giving you the ultimate control no matter the driving situation. So a very nice bit of software to adjust the feeling of the steering. Then we're back to square one again. So the bottom parade here, it's going to a bit more depth about this. We have Bluetooth for your phone connectivity, so if you didn't want to connect your phone via the cable, or your phone doesn't meet requirements of CarPlay, we still have Bluetooth there as well. Bottom right we have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So again, I mentioned this briefly earlier, connect your phone using a USB data cable into the port down the bottom there, and it will mirror your phone onto this screen. The MG ZS Excite doesn't come with navigation as standard, but don't think you're stuck without navigation. Please refer to other photographs, because if you do have a computer in your pocket, a smartphone, then you can take your apps, your navigation app from your phone to the screen. For example, this screen can be used with Apple CarPlay, and you've got Apple Maps, Google Maps or Waze. So you've got a variety of software. You can still use your navigation on this screen, so you're not stuck. not stuck lost, I guess, so you can still find your way. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you found it useful. Any information you might need, please give us a call on 01376 550 899. Leave us a comment below if you have any comments or questions, but don't forget to subscribe. It'd be very much appreciated. Bye bye for now.